Well, hi Taurus, welcome to Universal Guidance. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Taurus, let's find out what you can expect coming up here. Wow. All right, so Taurus, the overall energy of your reading is the Two of Wands, holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, having the whole world in your hands, looking out over the world knowing that just about anything is possible, but not moving. You're just standing there. You're contemplating. You're thinking about what your next move is going to be forward in life. That's around your whole reading. Up here in your highest energy is the Ace of Pentacles. This is what you're seeking. This groundedness, the security, stability. You just want to feel, like I say, grounded in life. And that is, you know, the way you want to move. That's the direction you want to go. Next to the Ace of Pentacles is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, boy, I think somebody has taken you for granted, so to speak. I mean, it's like you know what you want, you're willing to do the work to get it, and somebody just kind of took. They didn't give. It's like they took what you were achieving from you. It might have even taken your love. Sneaky, deceitful behavior. Lying, stealing, cheating, could be any number of things. So that is right above the Two of Wands. That's what's put you into this place of holding on to that wand of fresh starts, new beginnings, standing there with the world in your hands, and trying to figure out, you know, which direction you want to move forward now. Next to the Seven of Swords is the Eight of Wands. Communication. Phone calls, texting, emails, video chat, through the airways, back and forth. And it's next to that Seven of Swords. And I would say there was a conversation here. And it is about this deceitful behavior. Under the Ace of Pentacles is the Wheel of Fortune. That is right next to you, standing there with that wand of fresh starts and new beginnings, wanting to move forward in this world. The Wheel of Fortune, this is the universe. They have a say-so in what direction you're going to go. Whether you like it or not, you will like it because it is the Wheel of Fortune. So fortune means for your better. And this is under the Ace of Pentacles. You're seeking security and stability? Well, you're probably headed that way. And you're going to get some answers. You're going to know which way to move forward because the wheel is spinning right towards you. Right towards the overall energy of this reading. And on the other side of the Two of Wands is the Three of Swords. And, you know, this conversation, whatever energy this is right here, it really kind of broke your heart. It was like, how could you? You know, I feel like they were just taking your swords of truth and clarity. They were hiding them from you and like taking advantage of you. And it hurt. And you found out. And you found out and you did talk about it. You had communication about it. And I don't think this person's in your life anymore because the Two of Wands is only you standing there. Under the Wheel of Fortune. The Moon. This is the card for Pisces. Pisces might be involved in this reading, might be strong in your chart someplace. But this is about night turning to day. Things being exposed, coming to light. So things being revealed. This is under the Wheel of Fortune. It's like all this is supposed to happen so that the Wheel of Fortune can move you forward, the direction you're supposed to be going in life. So, That is right under the Wheel of Fortune. A very important card. Things needed to be exposed, and they were. It was hurtful, but they were. And it's right next to the Three of Pentacles. There might have been a third party, because now we have the Three of Swords, the Three of Pentacles here, and it's kind of starting to point to a third party, maybe a third something, maybe not a party. But it can be all about bumping heads, arguing, not seeing eye to eye, but there was still something deceitful here. So I feel like they were hiding something, and it came to light. And this is why you had all this conversation. I don't think they're in your life anymore, and I think the Wheel is ready to move you forward, and you're ready to move forward. I have the Page of Swords right next to the Three of Pentacles, right under the Three of Hearts. So with these three cards, that really does kind of point to there was some other negative energy associated with this relationship that I think you let go. You're on guard. You don't want it back. Your sword is up. And you're not going to let it happen again. It's like lesson learned, you know. Once bitten, twice shy. That's kind of the energy I get from the Page of Swords. So there you are, ready to move forward. Sword is up. Not going to let this happen again. The wheel is turning, and you will be making a decision very soon about what direction to move forward in. Taurus, what else do you need to know? There's your world that you're hanging on to right there. Oh my gosh, there's more in your world in front of you than I think you know. Okay. Up here in your highest energy is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is trying to evaluate the situation. It has to do with love. I knew this was a love relationship right here. Okay. Pretty sure. I was like, well, it could be something else, but there's three pointing to a third party. Trying to evaluate, trying to figure out what happened here. Queen of Cups, male or female, is water energy, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Might be strong in your chart, might be strong around this reading someplace. But that is the only cup in the deck, male or female. This is the only cup in the deck with a lid on it. And this means you had a lot of questions about the love, and that was probably part of this conversation. There's a lot of answers in that cup for all your questions that you had about love. And so, yeah, you evaluated the situation. You took a deep, hard look at it. The Fool is right next to the Queen of Cups. This is the energy of living in the moment. This is the energy of throwing caution to the wind and enjoying, having fun, looking up, having your head in the clouds, bouncing along until you find yourself at the edge of a cliff. And it's all because you weren't looking forward. It's because you were looking up and just kind of basking in the enjoyment of the moment. Well, usually with the Fool finds themselves at a stopping point. Excuse me. So, you know, I think you're figuring this out by looking and getting answers and evaluating all this that's happened. I think you're kind of like aware that you weren't being cautious enough about moving forward in this relationship. So the Fool energy is really attached to the Queen of Cups. And on the other side of the Fool is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is the card for Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So, you know, one of those could be in your chart or around this reading. But the King of Swords, male or female, the energy is what's most important. And that is going into self-protection mode. You're like, I'm not being the Fool anymore. It's right next to the Fool card. You're like, I now understand what happened, how I got myself in this situation. And I am going to seek the truth. I'm going to seek the clarity of my relationships from now on. Under the Queen of Cups, the World. Okay, so getting your answers to what has happened in the past here. This is recent past. And, you know, knowing that you want to enter a new life cycle, well, the will's going to help you get there. You're going to go. You're on your way to a whole new life cycle. This world sits right next to the High Priestess. This is the card in the whole tarot deck for intuition and knowing. So it's like, if you're listening to yourself, you're part of this is like advice. The advice is, listen to your heart, listen to your soul, your gut. Go that direction. Follow what feels right to you and nobody else, to you. Use your intuition. It's running very high right now, and that's going to help you enter this new life cycle. It's your intuitions that are getting you away from this Fool energy. That's helping you figure out everything that really happened, so you are able to move forward. But look what you're moving forward towards. I don't know if your intuition is telling you this or not, and this is right under the King of Swords, so you're on guard. There's somebody else out there. This is a divine soulmate relationship. You've been lovers in another life. There's somebody else out there waiting for you to move forward into your new life cycle. Now, this is a card for Gemini, so Gemini might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But there's going to be such a strong connection when you look into their eyes. This is a divine soulmate relationship. You're not going to be the fool this time. You're going to be on guard. You're going to ask the questions. You're going to get the clarity when this person comes along. But they're like out there, just out of reach until you enter this new life cycle. I think it's almost like the universe knows that they're trying to direct you in their direction. And, you know, they might be carrying that huge pentacle, this stability, this security. They may be a big part of what you're looking for here. Under the World card here is, also there's two cards for Gemini side by side. You know, this is air sign, the King, and then we have the Lovers. We have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, you're on guard. You're on guard now. You're not going to let this sort of thing happen anymore. You figured it out. You knew what you were definitely part of the problem, why this fell apart, but they were mostly the problem because they were the ones that were being deceitful. And this energy here, you really wanted to let go. So, I have the Ten of Swords, and that is the end of the pain, the end of the suffering, the total end. See that? So this is allowing you to move into your new life cycle. It's right next to the Page of Cups. Under the High Priestess. I think you now realize that the cup of love that they had to offer had a fish in it. So this is a card for Pisces. We have two for Pisces in this reading. Might be in your chart or in their chart or around the reading. But more importantly, it is about that love that they were offering. It was tainted. It had a fish in it. There really wasn't enough room for love in that cup, in this relationship. And that's why they're being so sneaky and deceitful. And your intuition is telling you that. You really know that. You absolutely, you just know it, and you figured that out. So next to the Page of Cups, under the Lovers card, is the Six of Pentacles. That's why you're being breadcrumbed in this relationship. You know, they were just like stomping all over this relationship. They were using this relationship just to get what they want, period. And you figured it out. You got it down. They threw your scales off balance. And you see it for what it is. But you're moving forward. And you have this divine soulmate relationship waiting for you. You're very much aware this whole line down here is about them and about your discovery. And you're going to be very much on guard. You're going to get all your questions answered. You're going to look forward, not upwards, like the Fool. And you know, be more careful in this next relationship. And it's good because this is a divine soulmate relationship. This is one that you will probably want to hang on to. Doesn't mean that it should be great. It doesn't even mean it was great in another life because you were lovers in another life. It just means this is such a strong connection, and you will seek your truth before moving forward with the lovers. Now I need another card. The Knight of Wands. Yeah. You know, they were players, this other person. And yeah, that's why you had to evaluate the love. That's why they didn't have room in their cup for love. That's why they had like a third party, I believe, because they were just players. They ran in and out of your life. They took, they didn't give. Well, you're done with it. And you're ready for your new life cycle. You understand what happened, and you're going to do everything possible not to let it happen again. And there's this is the card that gets me right here, the Lovers. On this line here with the World and the High Priestess and the Wheel of Fortune and looking out there ready for your new fresh start, new beginning, there's somebody waiting for you out there. So go ahead, move into your new life cycle. Follow your intuition and that will guide you. That's your advice. So Taurus, thank you for watching Universal Guidance.